Opening my tea party just for you. Who is that? It's Ririna, the so-called anime enthusiast fox. It's time for my next punishing Grey Raven adventure. Yes! Now that my kids, just what's in store for today? Today, we're going to be finishing Chrome's interlude, Arknights. We're gonna start and finish it. And then, we're finally going to play Chapter 12. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Mostly because I know people have told me, oh, Chapter 12 and Chapter 13 are the most exciting. Or at least the start of the most exciting parts of the story. So, hearing that, obviously, I'm gonna be excited for this one. But still, I'm gonna keep my expectations low so that I'll be blown away when the time comes. So I hope you'll be sticking around to watch me play through it. I don't know if I'm gonna finish Chapter 12, but I'll try. If not, it'll just be in 2 parts, if anything. In any case, let's get started. What ponderance pondereth thee, Captain? When Chrome is deep in thought, Kamui is always the one to interrupt him. It's been like this ever since Chrome first took over his current position. The squad Strikehawk is as outstanding as they say. Each one of its members has their own specialties and they each work perfectly fine on their own. Kamui, didn't I tell you to return to your position after 30 minutes of preparation? But what's the point of taking apart the weapons and putting them back again? Understanding your equipment down to the last nut and bolt, then using them to their fullest potential. That's what Smith would have done. Smith. That name again. But you're Captain Chrome, not Captain Smith now, are you? Chrome's finger pauses on the screen. He looks up at Kamui. He has a point there. I'm trying to become him. Really? Well, if that's what you wish, I'll try to help you fulfill it. You'll help me? Yeah, we're pals, right? In the end, Chrome forces Kamui to return to his position. He's the leader after all, and goes back to leafing through the mission details from Smith. In this operation, Strikehawk will act as bait. Once the designated spot is reached, you can move back Chrome. Chrome closes his eyes. Oh, flashbacky time? Nothing compares to mechanical inventions. We are a people of wonders, living in an age of wonders. Babylonia FOS Military Command College, 7:30 a.m. Langston Smith. Question 1. From a military standpoint, please briefly describe the current status of the connection technology used in the Construct plus Commandant combat system. Gestalt course, random selection system operating. Chosen. Langston Smith. Please stand up when answering a question. Understood. According to the latest research report from the Science Council, there are currently 2 types of connection technology used in the military. One type is the connection chamber, which allows commandants to connect to the mind of constructs without the restrictions of distance. Commandants will be able to sync up with the constructs and command them directly. This is the most commonly employed connection combat method currently. The other is commandants fighting alongside the constructs using invert devices and human mind beacons for short-distance connection and positioning. Yet, this is rarely employed nowadays due to its many restrictions. Please wait for the system to assign a score, then answer the next question. Question 2. Please perform a brief analysis on the principles of application of the connection technology for commandants and military constructs. After the Gestalt system became widely applied in the public sphere, human knowledge was continually uploaded, making highly efficient and fully objective decisions possible. Studies related to the human brain have been filed as special secret research projects by the Science Council due to how complicated they are. According to the accessible early research data, each human brain contains about 100 billion neurons, capable of forming over 100 trillion connections. The neurons in human brains can output electric signals via dendrites, which means that... Is that Langston Smith? The current student representative? Smith. Huh. Someone with this last name should probably be related to Officer Smith, Son of an officer, student representative, a true genius. He's even got a pretty face. Some people really have everything. Meanwhile, Commandant can better stabilize the abnormal fluctuations in the construct's mind via the consciousness connection technology. Please wait for the system to assign a score, then answer the next question. Question 3. If you're commanding constructs on a ground-side combat mission in an area of which you possess insufficient data, how do you prepare in advance? Collect as much information as possible and analyze it. As the density of punishing virus is related to certain geographical elements, I may perhaps use a Gauss-Kruger projection to determine. As expected for my top student! I heard there are only 3 slots for the reserve commandant draft at the end of the month. Guess he's definitely gonna take one of the slots. Tallying scores. Please wait. Langston Smith. Total score 4.721 out of 5. Certain mismatches with the answer database were identified. This must be the highest score anyone's gotten in our school's history. It's not a perfect score, but it's pretty much the same thing. Not the same thing at all. I guess he's pretty much of a perfectionist. It's always painful when you have so much expectations on your shoulders, and then not only that, you even have it on yourself. It just makes life a lot more difficult. It's why I used to be a perfectionist, but now if it's good enough, then it's good enough, and I move on, because there's so much that we have to do that it's impossible to try to make everything perfect as it can be. The genius's murmurs remain unheard. Under the desk, his fist clenches, followed by the sound of something being crushed. Well, that's done at least. Langston, want to come hang out with us? What are you inviting him for? We're all classmates, aren't we? We ain't on the same level with the genius like him. Sorry, Langston. We're not gonna get in the way of your studies. You could still invite him. As time ticks away, artificial night falls upon the skies of Babylonia. Babylonia, FOS Military Command College, 12:30 a.m. The human memory is about as powerful as 100 trillion synapses. The brain is capable of altering the strength of the connection between neurons based on the current status and past experience. Repeated training can optimize the neuron connections, highly increasing memory speed and accuracy. Repetition is key. Repetition is all one needs. On the always lit screen of the ranking system, Langston Smith's name sits securely in the first place spot. Fight like that of a hero! Astonishing courage! Everlasting fame! That can't be perfect. Langston remains frozen in the same position. Hungry eyes trained on the courses he'll be taking tomorrow. Today, tomorrow, as if he could devour them all. Langston closes his eyes and pushes a sharp object he prepared into his skin. The sudden pain wakes his body and consciousness up immediately. Oh no, that's not good, boy. You need to sleep. Once he gets used to the pulsating pain, it's less unbearable. No, you don't hurt yourself like that. Biting your fingernails, your skin, digging into your skin until you bleed, holding on to something that's gonna injure you. That's all self-harm. Don't do that. People need to sleep. There's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with sleeping. It's just what the body biologically needs. I need to increase the pain level. No, you don't! A toolkit that would slip through the alarm system undetected and easy to build. Genius. From somewhere, faint snickers could be heard. Facial scan complete. Verifying identity. Verification complete. Langston Smith. Welcome home, Langston Smith. I'm home. Greetings, young master. Thank you. I have to go to class at 7. Can you remind me in half an hour? Command error. Command contravenes priority command. Executing priority command. Mr. Smith asks you to see him in the study once you come home. Mr. Smith. Is he in the study? Will I disturb him if I go now? Langston seems pleased by the repeated command, but he soon calms himself down and puts down the items in his hands. Mr. Smith asks you to see him in the study once you come home. The robot repeats, and Langston hurries towards the study. Please be a nice person. Mr. Smith, are you there? Ah, come in. Understood. I received your report card on my terminal. Yes. Not bad. John Smith curves a finger and taps the virtual screen twice, causing it to blink and vanish. 4.721. Even though this is just an in-class pop quiz, why have you not gotten a 5? Oh my gosh, he has to be this kind of freaking parent, huh? I will no longer allow flaws like this, understood? You're my son after all, the son of John Smith. You're the best, the perfect creation. Okay. Good. I had R2 sift through your database and delete all unrelated data. Tales from the early golden age, pointless mumbling. Flurry prose, meaningless stories. Edgar, what kind of name is that? They really didn't care what garbage they hauled up during the Great Retreat. Langston, surely you understand what your duty is as my son. Gather everything useful, piece them together, and create a perfect self. All Smiths have always been perfect. I brought you back and made you my son so that you'll become a Smith. My perfect self. This piece of trash! Is there no parent in this game that is decent? Of a person? That's alive? Oh, how irritating. Of course, on the day I retire, you'll become the next Smith. You should understand that this arrangement benefits you too. The father says this every day to the son. Langston understands very well what it means. He's in awe of his father and follows his every order. He used to be nothing after all. Smith was the only reason Langston was able to become what he currently is. Smith is the only correct answer. Langston's one and only dream is to become a Smith. The world starts with Smith and ends with him too. This is Langston's world. I heard that the final connection exam for Commandant selection will be held in 3 days. Mr. Smith, the instructor told me that the exam will not be held in actual combat format. Is that true? It was supposed to be actual combat in the beginning, but they're low on manpower, both Commandants and Constructs. The only Constructs remaining in Babylonia are probably that batch marked as exclusives to Chrono. But it's better that way. In a combat exam, we'll have to take care of an extra element, the quality of the construct. Surely you wouldn't want a flawed product to ruin your plans, Smith. Understood. Mr. Smith, it's 7 a.m. The main agenda today is the committee meeting where the number 7 service HQ will be constructed. So it's time. Don't be late, Langston. It's time I leave. That means his dream or illusion that he saw in chapter 11, it's quite painful when you think about it, because that means he always wanted him to be a lot nicer of a person and actually treat him as an actual son instead of a product. Smith, the one on the throne, soon leaves with his butler robot. The one who stays, on the other hand, stands reverently, head lowered, waiting for the door to close. Babylonia, FOS Military Command College Connection Lab. Verification successful. Langston. Connection pod activated. Establishing simulated connection. Consciousness deviance rate is 31.217%. Records deleted. Establishing simulated connection. Consciousness deviance rate is 30.316%. Records deleted. Establishing simulated connection. Records deleted. Establishing simulated connection. Establishing simulated connection. Establishing simulated connection. In the dark space, all Langston can see is his own reflection and the warning screen blinking in red. The connection rate doesn't increase no matter what he does. He poured his heart and soul into this, following the plan, but received nothing in return. Without results, the whole process meant nothing. He must become Smith. Retry. Confirm. Reestablishing connection. Talent. Repeat. Fight like that of a hero. Astonishing courage, everlasting fame. Consciousness deviance rate is 11.742%. Perfection. Hard work. The pain bites at his nerves, rippling outward. His skull is trembling, ears ringing, teeth chattering. Consciousness deviance rate is 3.17%. Warning. Second warning. Memory overload. Please break the memory current connection immediately. If you exceed your connection threshold, memory loss may occur. Pain. More pain. And then he gets used to it. Smith, the perfect monster. The only correct answer. A Smith. What is a Smith? A mixture. A material made up of two or more different chemical substances, which are not chemically combined. A concrete object made of materials and information, whose borders are continuously constructed and reconstructed. You're awake. Langston wakes up on the bed of a first-class private ward to a doctor tending to him. On the communication screen, his father, Mr. Smith, flashes into sight. Langston instinctively extends his hand and then suddenly, as if realizing something, retracts it and bows. Mr. Smith. Langston, how are you feeling? Very well. I can try again. What a waste of time. I have to talk to your doctor, just the two of us. You heard Langston. Doctor, he said he's fine. According to the medical system examination, all physical signs of the patient are normal. His activity should not be affected. That's it. On my report, I'll write, the exterior damage has been processed with medical equipment. Luckily, the connection was just a test. Though the damage to his consciousness is irreversible, his daily activities should not be impeded. That's right. This piece of... I feel like I say that every time I see a parent in this game. Is your name Chrome? You have perfect tantalum 193 heteropolymer, adaptability, and beautiful biological readings. Looks like we have a high chance of success. Judging from what you look like, no, I'm just curious, don't be nervous. This is a private refitting request, right? You don't look like someone who has no other choice. A lucky guy from Eden. Young, healthy, well-dressed, you're the first refit volunteer I've got here. You should know enough about military constructs. I do. Oh right, the refitting project agreement form. The benefactor has been filled in too. Good, no problem then, let's begin. He sacrificed his own son? Wow. Performing tantalum 193 bypassing. Doesn't it hurt? Astounding pain tolerance threshold. Due to certain constraints, when operating on constructs, we cannot perform general anesthesia. The screams can get maddening sometimes. Stunning memory scars. What are you hiding? Consciousness damage. That's a plus for me. Specialized refitting. I just had a flash of inspiration. Langston finds himself in an unfamiliar space. All he can hear is the conversation between doctors and their assistants. It feels like an out-of-body experience. He's looking down on himself in the air. The body is merchandise, a test subject, a perfect fragment, an incomplete construct. A mixture, a material made up of two or more different chemical substances, which are not chemically combined. A concrete object, made of materials and information whose borders are continuously constructed and reconstructed. That's what it says on the book he's not allowed to read. You need to figure out what you really are. Adaptability is not the main point of a construct. Once the shell called the body is abandoned, what does the human leave behind? That's what you should focus on. Who are you exactly? And who do you want to become? You know, better to be a construct and be with an awesome team than with a Person who doesn't even treat you like a real person. They already treat you as a construct product. You asked for me, Commander. The files lie spread out on the desk. Besides the routine paper, there's also a brief report outlining resort findings. It's the first time the military has recently received a successful report in construct modification. Crow. I don't see this name in the roster files of Babylonian members. The refitting was a success, a perfect success. This was the first experiment ever made on the specialized inver device. Smith Langston. Huh. Your son is indeed talented. Still, be it the blade or the one who wields it, their fates are one and the same on the battlefield. What differences are there after all? As long as we win. Still, I find your tradition to pass down the family name instead of the bloodline quite admirable. If only everyone were like you and I, practical instead of full of flights of fancy. We'd have reclaimed Earth already. Yeah, at the expense of, sacrificing your humanity, probably. Anyway, now that we have live data on specialized inver devices, the Council will have to shut up and continue providing us resources. Well, enough of that boring chit-chat. The first refitting condition. Congratulations on your promotion, John Smith. For his promotion! Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I hope all those horrible people end up getting what's... Karma! I hope karma hits you hard! 1. 2. 5. Chrome rushes ahead, slaying all corrupted in his way. His squad continues on, following his pale figure. However, the number of enemies shows no sign of waning, and Chrome begins to worry that he may have led his team into a trap. Leader, behind you! A warning from his squad mate alerts Chrome to get to a gate that's crashing down. The loud noise attracting even more corrupted. A new variant. Time to defeat them! I should be able to hack into that device next to the gate and activate it. If only I can have more time. Leader, the corrupted are coming! I knew they would notice us. Everyone deploy your weapons. Formation B5. Three different types, eh? We'll only end up being surrounded if we defend here. There's only one way to survive and become Smith. I'm going to hack into the gate's control systems. Enemies will come out from inside, and I'm counting on you to take care of them. Roger! I can only let one of them defend one way. How should I assign them? First of all, let me examine their strengths again. This is Ace, rank C, the best of the three. He has never let me down. This is Taro, rank D. He's quite good and has completed many missions. And here's Dika, rank E, a rookie on his very first mission. He's still got a lot more to learn. What about the enemies? There's no doubt that the enemies are elites and stronger than us. This one with the lance is extremely dangerous. He's a lot stronger than Ace. Even I can't guarantee that I will win. This one using arrows is quite dangerous. Taro is probably no match for him, but Ace should be able to stop him. This one with twin blades is very, very mediocre. He's better than Dika, but weaker than Taro. Based on the available information, my answer is... Must I sacrifice one of them? Time's running out. I must make a decision. Ace should be somewhat dangerous archer. Taro. I have no choice. No, do I need to choose? Seriously? Show me your skills, everyone. Decision is made. I need to do my part now. Smith must pick up every useful piece to become the perfect monster. Great! I should have done it the other way, but then... I need to hurry up and then support the newest... more? Come on, I need to destroy them and then support the new one. Oh, don't tell me the younger, the newest person is dead already. No, go help the others! Not me! No! I can't believe I will not let my members die in vain! Dika, we will avenge you! Wait, now that I think about it, I think one of them would have died no matter what. Ugh, man. Strikehawk, this is the next squad you'll be leading. What happened to the original squad, Mr. Smith? It's useless now, and this isn't what you need to focus on. The Science Council has it all sorted out. Can they never return to the battlefield again? They will be useful in their own way, such as war. That's the best option, the correct answer. Sacrifices have to be made. Your transfer order has been approved already, thanks to how perfectly the mission went. Langston, no. I should call you Chrome now. I sent in a request for you especially. You'll be the leader of this outstanding scout team that did not previously belong to any commandant. But I believe my old squad is much more suited to me, and I promise the survivors that. Haven't I already taught you how to distinguish between the useful and the useless? Tell me, Chrome, what do you want to become? Smith. Can I really become Smith? No, just be yourself. You're perfect the way you are. Don't be that asshole guy. Man. Captain! Kamei's pestering snaps Chrome out of his deep thoughts. The destination of this mission now lies right before Chrome's eyes. The objective of this mission is to occupy this corrupted spawning ground. Strikehawk and the other teams will stay behind in Zone C to attract and contain any and all hostile entities. This other team is actually... You've briefed me on the mission countless times, remember? Countless times, you say? You've been saying the same thing over and over since we got on the aircraft. Oh, and you also said, if anything happens, you get out of here. I'll take care of the rest. I said that? Well, in that case, this command. I wasn't going to follow it anyways. Where are the others? Why are there signals outside this area? For Smith, one sidekick is enough. Chrome realizes from this conversation that Kamei noticed his concern and figured out his plan for the day, but he doesn't know when. He instantly feels something. Not nervousness, not animosity. Chrome can't really tell what it is. Something he hasn't ever experienced before. Something that seems to have burst his bubble. What do you want? I just hate to see. Kamei slowly softens his tone. I mean, I'm just trying to get that frown off your face. Did I frown? That looks like it's all scrunched up with paper and wrinkles. The one you're making right now, Chief. You want where? Ah, they're on the move. I'll go take him down. Before Chrome can say anything, Kamei has already rushed off towards the corrupted. He's about to pull out his weapon when he turns around, as if suddenly reminded of something. Captain Smith! Well, you're not Smith yet, but I'll call you that for now anyway. Captain Smith! Sit tight for my good news! Looks like the battle's already started. Chrome, I'll arrange for the support forces to pick you up at a location nearby. Retreat immediately. And then I'll become Smith. I'll have to climb to the position I need first, but you did carry out the responsibility of Smith. Soon I believe you'll become Smith like you wanted. Now, retreat. Do I want to become Smith? No, Smith. No. Father. It's not that I want to become Smith, but I need to. Isn't it the same thing? No. I've always followed your orders. The reason my goal is to become Smith is because I have no other choice. Every action of mine is determined by your will. That is the price of your existence. What's the point of bringing it up now? I'm bringing it up because I want my autonomy back. Once the shell called the body is abandoned, what does the human leave behind? The part that's left behind in me is Chrome, not Langston, and certainly not Smith. I'll meet up with the other squad members that departed early. After that, we'll defend the place until our very last breaths. Oh, he did it. He fought back. He got his autonomy back. I'm so proud of him. When you have friends, you remember who you are. This is what I really want. I want to be Chrome Strikehawk, not Smith. Coming, I'm joining the battle. Wait for my order. I must not fall. I can't let Dika down. I will survive this. I must. Okay, let's get rid of them. Great, it's Strikehawk. Yeah, I'm back, you guys. Should I be calling you Chrome or Smith, Cap? No, call me whatever you want. I decide to what and to whom I respond. Sounds nice. Relaxed by Kamei's laughter, Chrome laughs too. The riot of laughter sounds surprisingly crisp. I live in an incredible world, surrounded by incredible people. Hey Crow, we're heading outside. Wait up, I'll come with you. And me too. You guys. You never intended to wait for my command, did you? Time is of the essence. Can't afford to wait for the official go-ahead. Kamei taught us that. Leave me out of it. Hey, why don't you say something? Well, I just want to go home and hit the sack, so. You're going to slack off, at least be discreet about it. So what about you, leader? Are you staying behind to work on that weird report system, or are you gonna come with us? Now that you mention it, I'm gonna start tinkering with this weird system, and you guys will wait for me to finish. Oh, come on. You're abusing your power. An order is an order. You guys get to hang out with him. Bonded polymers. Exhausted people. Even so, despite what Langston went through and what Strikehawk managed to piece together, Chrome. Not the best solution. This is my conclusion. But it is the best. Maybe. Probably, yes, I feel that way. Oh, I actually got the hidden. Unexpected. Unplanned. Smith, your son. So the next Smith has already been picked? Have you heard the story about the hero Nicola? Didn't know you had a taste for that kind of story. It was a story I heard from the last Smith, back when I was becoming a real Smith. He told me it was only natural for the hero to challenge the Demon King. The hero had to go and defeat the Demon King, that was his duty. He started training since childhood and at the youngest possible age, embarked on a crusade against the Demon King. His life was just dictated by fate and by other people. His own will didn't matter. And finally, when he came face to face with the Demon King, the latter asked, "Will you take my life or half of the world?" What do you think was the hero's answer? Kill the Demon King, of course. No, it wouldn't be that simple. Exactly. His answer was half of the world. Only those who have made tough decisions in life can appreciate the ingenuity of that answer. That said, I don't want the next Smith to be a hero. You pick up all the pieces and piece them together. And then Smith will become the perfect monster. Chrome, you're becoming a Smith. So he was acting like that on purpose? And so the decision that Chrome made is actually what he wanted, perhaps? Wow. That's very unexpected. I thought he was gonna be like the typical, butt face of a parrot like the many other ones, but I guess, I don't like the method that he went about it, but I guess it's fine. Although I still feel like, I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings about the way Smith was handling things when it comes to Chrome. But I guess we'll see if his decision to make Chrome the way he is the right decision in the long run. But, well, in any case, let's go to chapter 12. Chapter 12, Kowloon Metropolis. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Let's do this. Sounds of petrels trickle through the air, but the singers themselves remain unseen. Their instrumental chirps lighten the atmosphere. Yo, is that a shark over there? Cat, lend me your sight for a sec. How many times have I told you, Kamui? Be patient and prudent while on standby. But hey, even the gray ravens are roosting over there. Kamui points to where Liv and Lucy are standing. Lucy, as always, is carefully studying the surroundings. Liv, on the other hand, seems a bit excited by the sight of the sea. On an unrelated note, Hulao gifted Lucia the stage costume from before. Liv is leaning against the ledge, one hand on the taffrail, the other stretching out to the sea as if fishing for something. At Lucia's hint, Liv notices the gaze from everyone. She's so adorable. A blush slowly creeps over her petrified face. See, even the gray ravens are chilling and having a good time. Cat, we should take a break too. Until the ship reaches the shore, we cannot let our guard down. Commandant, could you please keep your people on their toes? Let's get some rest while we can. Yeah, I guess we should let's rest. Hooray! Very well. I respect your decision. I am terribly sorry. We're still fixing up the previous system malfunction, so we cannot dock just yet. We hope you're doing okay on the ship. The figure walking over is Yahtzee, a member of Kowloon crew, once an enemy, but after the death of Villiers, she confessed her wrongdoings, even offering to make up for it. Oh, that's good. That's always a good sign, you know? Don't you think? Well, at least this time we're not surrounded by enemies, so that's a plus. I suppose you're done getting things back in order on the ship? Only halfway or so. Hulao and the others are still busy patching things up. I came here to check if you needed anything. Well, in that case, let's talk about something that's on top of everyone's mind. You're absolutely sure we're headed for that city, right? Yes, the ship will return to its true course as soon as the system comes back online. You will see the real Kowloon soon. Are there still people living there? What kind of place is it? An urban fortress where cultural relics and important technologies are preserved. Have you made contact with Kowloon since you restored the system? Say, reporting to them about your return? About that... don't pause on that. That place can't be usurped like the ship or something, can it? That would be an unlikely scenario. It's only that our messages are all met with silence. I don't mean to offend, but I'd assume you wouldn't make an elementary mistake like messing up the channel frequency. Naturally, we matched up everyone's database to reconfirm the frequency is correct. If that's indeed the case, then something must be going on at our destination. Lady Yahtzee, we found a usable port! A sudden message from the loudspeaker interrupts the conversation and draws everyone's attention to the port the ship is approaching. Looks like a thorough investigation is in order. Might I ask for your squad's assistance, Grey Raven's commandant? Sure, let's stick together. What do you think, Lucia? This way, with the help of Grey Raven, we can better handle any emergencies that might arise. An almost animalistic siren peals through the ship, drowning out everyone's voices and the jitters of the crewmates. Docking time! What the? Huh. Interesting method. We'll go in order. As soon as the ship docks, everyone aboard rushes ashore. Yet sensing the uncanny air, the Kowloon crew shouts and stops the stampede. Not a single soul is at the port. No sailors, no mechanoids. Something is afoot. The same thought flickers through everyone's minds. After discussing it with the others, all of you reach a consensus and agree to Chrome's plan, which is to send an elite squad to scout the area before doing anything else. Setting off from the port and walking a long distance, a wall shows up, towering before everyone. Is this a city wall? Let's ignore the size of that thing first, but something strange is clearly bubbled around the city. And it's glowing. Is it a shield of some sort? A rough scan suggests that the city is surrounded by an extremely powerful signal jammer, along with a layer of virus filter. As for what's wrapping around that tower, it appears to be some kind of light barrier. Signal jammer. That explains how it's staying off-grid. To think there exists an earthbound faction that matches Babylonian tech. So what now? Do we go in? We're going in all right. I'm just a little concerned about the situation. What situation?
On our way here from the port, we haven't seen a single person. The port must have been deserted for a reason.
And yet on the surface, the city looks well preserved. Enormous, but fully functional.
Not to mention the detector on the wall, which has been monitoring us since we got here.
Talk about getting on my nerves. Hey, anybody in there? Hello, you're watching us, right? Instead of shouting yourself hoarse, shall we just enter and see for ourselves? Yahtzee, if you're here, what about the others on the ship? Given the circumstances, I figured it'd be best if I lead you into the city. Are you volunteering to be our guide? Something really happened here? Only because I need your help too. Even I can't be sure what's going on in there. We won't make any progress standing here. Let's go in. Silent, still, but alive. The stagnant city greets you with neat rows of commercial buildings and streets, lined by glittering, newish-looking goods. But still not a soul to be seen. Liv, have you detected any biosignals, or for that matter, any mechanical frequencies?
No, not within my scanning range.
Range? What am I saying?
Not within my scanning range. As for machines, only some terminals. Nothing automatic.
How could this be? Where has everyone gone off to? Maybe the corrupted already stomped through the place and... Impossible. The streets would have been ransacked if the corrupted had been here. Besides, the city is protected by a fully functioning filter. And a short scan suggests that the viral density in this area is incredibly low. Then how do you explain this ghost town? Not much to explain. I relocated the residents to the core area. Who's speaking? Who goes there? That high and mighty one up there. Babylonians. A circus of cretins as expected. I am Chu, the leader of Kowloon Corp. Aren't you supposed to be the real Chu? Why so surprised? Though I do suppose you just got off that ship. Well, let me tell you the truth. Over the years of Kowloon's development, I became its leader. Then Villiers impersonated me. He snuck off with a copy of Huashu and activated Plan B, the KCC vessel, the Niter. And the rest is history. Villiers grew attached to the copy system, and his indiscretion eventually led to the demise of them both. Huashu came up with the plans for the city and the ship, and yet, in their sordid little parallel, the other Huashu met such a pathetic end. What a disgrace to Kowloon. The real leader of Kowloon, Lady Chu. May I ask what really happened in the city? Yahtzee, you had the cheek to come back after you slunk off with the Villiers. I fell for the other Lady Chu's vision. But the situation now, Lady... Now? Kowloon does not require you anymore. I appreciate you bringing the ship back in one piece, but you are no longer part of Kowloon. What? You and those on the ship used to be part of Kowloon. But after what you people went through out there, your mentality has changed. If I order you to attack Babylonia right now, will you do it? Will those on the ship do it? We have no intention to fight. Is Kowloon a monarchy? We are not a monarchy, but to ensure the unity of our community, we have to be of one mind. I understand if you don't take kindly to Babylonia, but those people on the ship, they want to come home badly. Are you really going to abandon them? I've abandoned plenty of things in my life, and those people are but another addition to that list. Besides, they'll be the safest on the ship. Is that why you relocated the residents in the city? I'm amazed by how poorly informed you Babylonians are. Very well then, this info is on the house. How rude. The Ascendants are planning to attack us with an army of corrupted. Soon, this place will become a battlefield and everything outside of the light wall will be devoured by those filthy corrupted. We did pick up corrupted activity earlier, but they're targeting this place? President? Sorry, it's an emergency, using you as a relay for now. The President of Babylonia, Hassan. Never expected we'd meet like this. Allow me to apologize for the lack of decorum. It's been quite hard to contact you, what with the signal jammer and all. But enough about that. Are you certain of the Ascendant's plans? You're the leader of Babylonia. Is your dome piece for show? So what they're really after is the Gestalt tech in your hands, Huashu? By Gestalt, do you mean? Yep, the same Gestalt that's in Babylonia. Its computational power is why we could survive for so long in space. And here in Kowloon, there's an AI system called Huashu that stems from the same source as that Gestalt. If something so important falls into the Ascendant's hands, Babylonia will be imperiled, which is why I propose that we join you in defending. Proposal denied. But why? Kowloon has its own powers and its own rules. We will determine the fate of Earth on our own. And we do not require any assistance or meddling from anyone, be it from Babylonia or the Ascendants.
The siren! Commandant, a large number of enemies detected!
We're ambushed. Kamui! Been waiting for this, ready to engage on your mark. No, we're falling back. People of Kowloon, fight off the invaders! I cannot read that. Fight off the invaders! There we go. Protect Kowloon! Down with the invaders!
The enemies are closing in, and they're all constructs!
Constructs? You must be kidding me! Commandant, time to pull back. Yep, let's get out of the city. Do not fully engage, Strikehawk. Kamui, do not fully engage. You hear me, Kamui? Yeah, I got it. I still have to point my stick at the enemies to cover our rear, though. Don't I? I mean, I guess you have a point there. Wow, I didn't think she was gonna be that harsh, but I guess it makes sense.
How could this be?
Now isn't the time to be emotional. Let's leave. Our enemies are construct squadrons. Don't lose your focus. Wait, I have to attack them? Or no? Oh, okay, so I do have to attack them. We can't let them surround us. Hurry! There's too many of them.
More enemies above!
Everyone, watch yourselves. Okay then. Wait, they've dropped their pursuit? Whatever, let's just get out of here. Ah man, I almost died. But it's fine.
Just located Strikehawk and Grey Ravens. Grey Raven, they lost the enemies.
Tell them to be on standby and wait there for further instructions.
Understood.
These Cowlingers must have lost their mind. First they reject our proposal to fight against our common enemy, and now they're attacking us? Flexing their muscles, I guess. Utterly vain and stupid. Now that your negotiation failed, time to step back and let me take the helm. I'm going to dispatch an elite squad to bring back that AI to keep it from falling into Ascendant hands. That will only lead to more conflicts with Kowloon. You got any better idea? You don't seriously expect us to sit on our hands waiting for them to defeat the Ascendants, do you? What I'm trying to say is that we should join this war. Do I have to remind you that Kowloon has flatly turned down our alliance proposal? Doesn't mean we can't act on our own. We're gonna go in and defend the weakest parts of Kowloon. That's my plan. As he speaks, Hassan unfurls the map of Kowloon and marks the route Grey Raven just traveled with red circles. You can't be serious, Hassan. It'd be a huge area to cover. Do I look like I'm joking? For this fight, no, this war, I'm going to be at the front lines. Celica!
Yes, President?
Spread the word. Gather everyone available. Tell them to seize all current tasks except the priority S ones, and redeploy them to Kowloon for this defense campaign.
What about the supply line?
Set up a large base like the one we use in field operations. We only need to ensure access to emergency supplies. Nicola, if I put you in charge of Babylonia while I'm away, will that be fine? Why go to such lengths to help an organization that refuses to partner with us? We have to. I don't want to miss another chance. I'm sure you can understand that, Nicola. If we're going to fight a war, we need to mobilize every resource we have, Hassan. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad that they get along. A lot more than I expected. Sometime earlier, in an Arctic land, a fisher burdened by a bulging bag of tools is trudging forward in the snow. Ahead of him is the port shared by members of the Arctic Route Union with a couple ships lazing nearby. A group of sailors are huddled around a furnace-like heating device, chatting away. The fisher strides up to them and shouts in his signature booming voice. "Oh, we sailing today?" His deafening voice dusts snow off the trees and draws the sailors' attention. The words evidently reach them, but the fisher is met with a no gesture by an annoyed-looking sailor. Hey, come on, let's sail today! The fisher is aware of the gesture, but he continues on and joins in with the sailors. Nah, won't do. You keep saying that over and over. How long you having your vacation? We ain't slacking, mate. Why else do you think we're here? It's alright. Why even are y'all here if you ain't getting packed for the sea? The fisher flares up at the sailors. The winds are stable to the point that staying on land is blasphemy. The sea, the fisher's call. We have the Babyloni balonies now. Just jab one of them serums if it gets all viral-like. Come on, it's bored. Ugh, for the last time, no sailing today. The fisher was shaking and rattling the sailor. Unable to take it anymore, the sailor stands and tries to reason with the fisher. I don't know why your fishers aren't sharing pipes with one another, but we've been repeating it, the corrupted in the sea. They're always corrupted there. And we have the big fat cannons on the ship. Just listen. The corrupted in the sea's been hiving it up, getting all feisty-like, and since whatever, them stray red eyes been banding all together in one place. Stray reddies? Even those from the no-man zones? Yar, for some reason they all dived somewhere. Don't know where they be headed, but they're relaying it through the sea air. Hearing the sailor, the fisher begins to realize the gravity of the situation. He pulls at the tools tilting from his back and slings them astern. Oh, we're gonna be safe here? At least for now, they're not trying to land. Simply shoaling it up here before going somewhere else. So them corrupted's getting fewer around here, eh? When they're done swarming it all up in the seas, then we should be safe to go? I guess. It won't be possible. Interrupting the conversation is a spear-wielding centaurus, followed by a group of her kind. Just like the fisher, they are bearing bags. Oh, forest guards. There ain't any of them corruptos here, eh? Astonished by the presence of the humanoid hybrid constructs, the fisher asks inquisitively, curious as to why they are here. The corrupted are all in the sea. We're here for something else. You mean? We don't know when the corrupted will be back, but this much we know. Nothing good will come out of it if they gather up. So can we borrow your ship, sailors? You telling them, Red Eyes? Yes, to find out what they're up to. I have a bad feeling about this. What do we do, Capt? The sailor turns to ask the man who has stayed silent all this time. The man ponders, his eyes darting between his ships and the forest guards. I can lend you the ships, but on one condition. Diana furrows her eyebrows at the captain's response. She falters a little, but she quickly hides her expression. We don't have much to offer in exchange. If it can go cheaper. Not for this, no. The captain loudly interrupts Diana in a sullen voice. An embarrassed look crosses Diana's face.
Because we're sinners?
You think I still care about that? We can have the ship, sink it, whatever. All of you must come back here in one piece. That's my condition. Oh, they changed. Oh, that kind of makes me tear up. I'm moved by their development as people. Diana's consternation quickly gives way to joy. She holds the captain's big stretched out hand.
Thank you. We promised to hold up our end of the bargain.
All right then, boys, give them the keys and get your stinky laundry off the ships. Wait, Captain, are we not going with them? We can't fight. We'll only hold them back if we go. That I'm sure of. All right then, move it! Following the captain's command, the sailors swing to action. Even the fisher, still in a daze, joins the effort. The forest guards murmur between themselves.
Didn't know their attitude towards us had changed that much. Which is all the more reason for us to find out what the corrupted are up to. Not only to protect ourselves, but also to protect this place. We'll board the ships as soon as they're ready. Forest guards, prepare to sail!
Understood!
Rosetta, I know you do the same thing.
Oh, I'm so proud of their development. We'll go in order. Report. We drove those Babylonians out of the security area.
Good.
But they're not showing signs of backing down. The monitoring device should suggest that they're even planning to make camp in the outer part of the city. Lady Chu, should we launch another attack?
That won't be necessary. They're only here to defend against the Ascendants.
So are we going to join forces with them?
I don't see them as our ally. We'll deal with them when the time is right.
Understood. So they too will be our enemy. Is that what I should tell the others?
Yes, and be quick about moving the artifacts and other exhibits. Speed up the database relocation to the core facility within the walls.
We're already on it, Lady Shu.
Now that all major factions have gathered here, we need a change of plans.
What a dump. The Ascendants quietly set foot in the city, but the area they find themselves in has long been abandoned by Kowloon. Clingers to the old world they are. They've been preserving not only our local artifacts, but also museum relics from other cultures. Or so I've heard. Lamia!
Never saw the point of that, though.
The value of a collection is defined by the collector. Outsider eyes and words matter not.
Is that one of the lines in that book of yours, Gabrielle?
Yes, Miss Luna.
You'd have to lend that book to me someday.
The corrupted slowly make their way through the opening and gather behind the Ascendants, praying, worshipping, waiting. They know not what is to befall. They know only that they follow orders. Quite pitiful numbers, but sufficient, Alpha turns her gaze to Roland, then to Gabrielle and Lamia, and they reach a mutual agreement. Gabrielle and I will stay together. Lamia, you do what you do best and find a way inside the city.
Huh? I have to be on my own? But Miss Luna? Please, Lamia.
The idea of going solo seems to have frightened Lamia, but Luna only answers her plea of help with a gentle smile.
Okay.
Let's settle then. Take your fleet of corrupted and move out. Luna is gazing into the distance. Alpha commands the other three in her place. Ooh, tourism, how exciting! Miss Luna, do wait for my good news.
I need a manual for how to work with these people.
The three leave with the corrupted, and silence takes over. Luna nudges towards Alpha.
Sister, just for a little longer. Like this?
As long as you want. Oh. Okay. So many mappings now. Oh, okay, so I can't go to 6. I need to go to 12, 13. Okay. Sounds good. I see. Twas a really close call back there in the space station then. Mr. Watanabe, I thought you were going to ram right into that virus ball. Same here. That was the plan too. Still a bit early, but we've gotten enough rest. Might as well set off.
At the train station, a group of people in windbreakers are sorting their belongings, unfazed by the corrupted remains scattered on the ground. Didn't expect you to contact me. You removed Hassan or something? If he's that easy, I'd be at the helm not contacting you Forsakens here. You people are ready, I hope? Yeah, just for the record, we aren't cooperating with you. We're only doing this because the Descendants and the Corrupted are mankind's common enemies. Call us whatever you like, as long as you pull your weight. So, how do we get to that Kowloon place? You gave us the cords, but we don't have any flyers left after the space station. That's why I had you rally here. Ah, I see. You got Actilec as well. As Watanabe is trying to figure out Babylonia's agenda, a speeding train pulls into the station. Before it comes to a complete stop, two constructs, Changyu and Sophia, jump off. Huh, you know, we've been frequent trade partners, but this is the first time seeing the Forsaken boss in person. Nice to meet you, old man. I'm not your old man.
Changyu, you had to hold your tongue like what Jamila said. You'll hurt his feelings. I apologize on behalf of my two bodyguards. They're not very good with words.
So that's how it is. Actilex in cahoots with Babylonian getting all prickly about us Forsakens, all thanks to that little train rendezvous?
Just a diplomatic joke to lighten the mood. Surely you understand, right?
A bunch of rotten schemers you all are. I said it before and I'll say it again. You people should be rounded up and ruled with force.
Then you'll have to redeploy some of your troops in Kowloon to keep us in place.
Anyhow, if you'll excuse me, I still have to attend to my commander duties. Please hold up your end of the bargain and send reinforcements to Kowloon.
Nicola, quite the polar opposite of Hassan, Interesting. Well then, Mr. Watanabe, leader of the Forsaken, listen. All carriages starting from number 5 are yours to use. Since we're short-handed at the moment, you'll have to move the equipment by yourselves.
Is this another joke of yours? What's with a bunch of corrupted on the back of the carriage?
Must be the weather. Well, since you have nothing better to do right now, could you help clean the carriage? You did hitch a ride after all. Sophia, Changyu, let's get back in the train. Understood.
What do we do now, Mr. Watanabe? Ugh, what else? Grab your stuff, let's get cleaning! Poor him. They're just treated like... whatever. Ah, not more of these. If only it will die in one hit. Mr. Watanabe, stay vigilant. These heteromer cubes are all potential threats. If I'm right, there must be quite a few corrupted around here, linked to these cubes. And you're right, perfect. They must be the remains of that gravity core. They're adapting to Earth's environment. Not again. More incoming. Kill them all! Where am I going? Over there! Oh, am I done? That was fast. Okay, now the next one. Let's do 12-6. Capt, what was that explosion? Must be the corrupt itself exploding, but it doesn't seem to be doing much to the Kowloon walls. Sounds of explosions are even reaching Strikehawk's position, tasked with defense and not vanguard duty. The two can only stay put and be on standby.
If their doors are so flimsy, those shut-ins wouldn't be so arrogant as to turn down our help.
The other squad dispatched here, Cerberus, arrives. Yet only one member could be seen. She strolls unhurriedly towards the two Strikehawk agents as if the ongoing war does not concern her in the slightest. We've been waiting for you, Cerberus. What was the holdup?
Oh, Chrome. Good Capitan. Do I really have to answer that question?
Redeployment orders are supposed to be executed without delay. Hold on a sec. Where are your other two members? They're supposed to be here with you. Vera's two teammates are nowhere to be seen, but Chrome's well-grounded observation does nothing to the deep devil-may-care smile on Vera's face. Of course we know about the rules. You got a problem with us not following them? Then why don't we duke it out here? Yes, man. why are you on comms? Are you nearby?
You aren't even here. I'll do the duking if you really feel the need for it.
Oh hey, I read about you big stick guy. The dude's living inside you, hey? You smell positively delectable. It just makes me wanna...
Don't even. For the last time, don't leave your post.
What post? You have another mission?
Maybe yes, maybe no. Given the situation, having all three of us here is quite pointless anyway.
I mean, 3'd be 5 better than 1. Before Strikehawk can continue prodding at Cerberus' recklessness, another quake draws everyone's attention to the sky. Enemy incoming! Above! Following the warning from the comms, a swarm of jet-boosted corrupted fly into the city. Some of them land where the 2 squads are. Chrome, these are not ordinary corrupted, are they? Looking at these black corrupted, Kame is reminded of those heteromers he and his team saw back in space. Chrome's nod confirms his guess.
The Descendants found themselves some new toys. Pah! How nice. Noctis, Tony 1. Prepare to engage on your end.
Roger! Let's do this, Kamui. Yay? I guess? These things will never go away, will they?
There must be an Ascendant beast behind this assault.
What are you planning on doing?
Too many questions, Mr. Thirst. Well, you can have the floor here. Ta-ta!
Thanks, Farah! Whoa, what's going on with this shaking? Tremors are coming from above? Is that thing open? Oh my god! Run! Oh. The wall almost fell. Captain, is it just me or is it getting more claustrophobic in here? A trap, huh? Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, kill this one as fast as you can. Okay, done. Starting up again. Concentrate, there's still enemies around.
Well, we're gonna get squished.
Ah! Come on, let me out of here. I can't stand being claustrophobic. Amar, are you serious? Can't you lay off it? Come on, die. Die, dodge. Okay. It's okay. We're still fine. Oh, it's done squishing down on us. Ha! No, it's building up speed and accelerating. Oh my god, are you serious? Captain's gonna fall! Don't just escape there, run! I'm running! That was scary. Okay, now, where was I? Right. 7 or 7. We'll go in order. Unless they force us not to go in order. Gabrielle, how fares thee? Not much progress. Kowloon is more powerful than we thought. And as far as I can tell, Lamia is having trouble as well.
Hey, I can speak for myself. Why am I getting bullied even on the comms?
Sorry, I did not intend to offend. Don't mind her. Let's do a sit rep to make sure we're all on the same page. Alpha and Miss Luna will be resting near where we met up and will likely not join us. We might meet some stray resistance, but not much. Indeed, only the 3 of us are required. The mere presence of Miss Luna and Alpha is already more than helpful in inhibiting the enemies. Anyway, though Kowloon stays still silent, more and more of their toy soldier Pectus are getting deployed. It's only a matter of time for our temporarily enhanced corrupt to get destroyed. I take it you have a plan? Since Kowloon's constructs don't have invert devices, we take advantage of our abilities as Ascendants and spread as much of the virus as possible. When we have the place all fogged up, they'll become our little puppets. We have been spreading the virus from the start.
The effect might still take a while to show. Which is why, until we stay on the defensive and play for time, that's the safest strategy. That might contradict Miss Luna's plan, though I do agree with your suggestion.
So what else are you trying to do, Gabrielle?
I will mount an attack and spread the virus at the same time. You two should act as you both see fit.
He just agreed on what to do and then he just DC'd and went straight to it? Such a doer.
That's just how he is, Lamia. Don't slack off just because Gabrielle's doing more than his share. Poor Lamia. Can't hold out for long without Cerberus, Captain A luck in contacting them. They have a channel linked, but it's radio silence over there. Don't know what's going on in their heads. Kamu is saying that they must have their own plans. Kamu, you can even converse with them now? Well, it's kind of like talking to a wall most of the time, but every once in a while he does give me some tips. So basically he's your mentor now. That sounds about right. Tips? Here's one. Ready your weapons. We'll take care of the enemies, then try to get high ground. Understand, Kamui? Yippity up! Okay, there we go. Now onwards. What the? Damn! I'd be a Kamui pancake if one of those dough rollers run me over. You're kidding. I see some platforms around the side, so let's advance using them as a temporary shelter. Okay, we start once it rolls. Enemy? Hey, Chrome, those are Kowloon constructs, right? They're surrounded. Let's help them. Beware of the flames rising from the floor. Move quickly, but with caution. Never thought I'd be rescued by some Babylonians, but I won't take you as our allies just yet. We have all the time to fight after the war, but right now there are more important things to worry about. Yeah, the point there. Do our fighting later. Let's first get rid of the common enemy. 8. Monster! Kowloon Babylonia, an abrupt tremor seizes everything, rendering members of both factions all paralyzed on the floor. I will pray for you. The culprit Gabriel saunters down this littered path. His black-clad figures cast an enormous shadow on the ground, but his footsteps remain soundless. Gabriel is more than aware that the constructs are still conscious. His attack only partially disabled their functions. The constructs are all struggling to get on their feet, trying to exact their revenge. Yet there is more than enough. Gabriel will not kill unless necessary, not in the least, but he would not hesitate to do it for Luna. For Gabriel, Luna is a symbol of the world spirit. The whole, something he would give his all to defend. This light wall must be some kind of protective shield. Gabriel stops before the light wall, hoping to find a way through it. As thin as the wall seems, Gabriel knows better than to take it lightly. A damned corrupted! The corrupted that followed Gabriel into the city are tied up with the remaining squads. Summoning the corrupted over might complicate things, so Gabriel turns his gaze instead to a construct that is glaring at him. Sorry. What are you doing, you degenerate freak? A monstrous hand reaches out from Gabriel's overcoat and plucks the construct up. Ignoring the construct's curses, Gabriel studies the light wall, then finally confirming the fatal spot. He rams the construct into the wall. Oh my gosh! Like a toddler abusing a toy, Gabriel slams the construct over and over at the light wall. Very quickly, he realizes the true nature of the light wall. It's a force field made of light, serving a defensive purpose as well as an offensive one. The spasming, scorched construct in his hand is the evidence.
I see, then this shan't be difficult. Greater force can create an aperture, and then the laser generating components can be destroyed from within. With that, Gabriel tosses aside the broken construct and aims his hand at the light wall. Oh boy. More explosions, Captain! That came near the core area. Is the wall being attacked by the corrupted? Let's go there and find out. Yeah, we'll take the shortest path. Oh, they're gonna be fighting against... Okay. Okay, next is this one. All teams, from C to H, head to the west entrance. Remember, do not enter Kowloon's security area or you will be attacked. What about the support force? The supply line needs to be flexible. Every squad will have a support force agent acting as a go-between. Any more questions?
Everyone seems nervous.
Me too. Are you nervous?
To be honest, I'm a little afraid. But I'm not going to let it show in front of you and the others.
As time passes, more and more construct squads land in the area in response to President Hassan's call to arms. Meanwhile, all sorts of combat facilities are being set up near the port. Though battle-hardened, none of them have been in a war of such scale. A mix of nervousness and excitement quickens everyone's steps. We're up against not regular corrupted or just one ascendant, but a well-disciplined army. We should stand a better chance if Kowloon agreed to ally with us. Let's give it another shot at convincing Lady Chu. Make her see our side of things. You know full well that's not possible. I suggest you stick to the plan and defend our rear. The area behind us is covered with field operation facilities, and so is unlikely to become a battlefield. Still, there's no telling what will happen. But this is our home. We should be the ones fighting at the front lines. The rear lines matter as much as the front lines. You don't trust us?
Thank you. If that's the case, then we shall follow it. You can count on us to keep the rear safe.
Grey Raven, right? Your squad R. Please head to the east entrance when you're ready. Understood. What's the situation now? All the squads are in position. Now all we need to do is build as many defense facilities as possible before the enemy gets here. Do you think we stand a chance? I think we do, otherwise the president wouldn't have summoned all of us here. Plus, Kowloon seems to still be hiding a lot of constructs. We should have the upper hand against the corrupted.
So the key hinges on us defeating the Ascendants.
Anyway, I sent the route map to your commandant. Check it for yourself.
Oh, there you are.
Vera dressed differently than usual, suddenly shows up amid the crowd. From the design and from the ID and the design, the outfit seems to be your actual combat frame. Vera? What are you up to this time?
Nothing. I'm just checking on you after I saw the dangerous thing Asimov prepared for you on his plane. Oh? No reaction? I see, so you don't know. Guess the little toy remains just a little toy. Shame.
Vera, get to the point.
Maybe I'll tell you if you live through this.
Get lost. I can't wait to meet the other Cerberus members. How do they stomach this woman?
Well, at least she left peacefully.
Commandant, let's leave and get to our destination. Yep, get along with everyone. Right, focus on the war against the Ascendants. Only Vera could direct her hostility towards our common enemy. Yeah, I don't know if that would be a good thing at this point.
Hold on, just one thing before we go.
Did we miss something?
No, nothing like that. Guys, can you extend your hand like this?
Okay.
Thank you. Lucia, Lee, can you do that too? And line our hands up together?
Aww.
It's a fist bump.
Like this? Either hand is fine, right?
Yes, that'll do.
At Liv's request, everyone holds out their hand, forming the shape of a four-leaf clover.
I never tried this before too, so please stay still, everyone.
Then Liv takes out a marker out of her medical bag and slowly draws a strange pattern on the back of everyone's hands. Oh my gosh, it reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh! The first season when Taya, English dub name, Taya makes everyone pull out their hands like this, except, you know, with their outstretched hand, and then she draws a smiley face. It reminds me of that, the power of friendship. This is a smiley face? I'll drink from sides. What am I saying? Things might be a bit cheeky, but you can tell what it is. The smiley face represents our belief that we'll always be together no matter what happens. It's a symbol that... huh?
Sound of explosions from every direction. Commandant, Liv, Lee, we gotta hurry and get to our destination. And the war begins, heralded by the sounds of explosions. Who fired first, who marched first, they no longer matter. All that matters is that the war has begun. Oh man, I'm getting chills. Everyone's starting. Oh no! We need to get to the meeting point. Seems to be one of the entrances that the corrupted used. Oh, there he is. Oh, thank goodness, he's safe. I was worried. He was gonna die. Oh no! Soldier! Where'd you go? Something is behind the planters? Authority key. And done. Whew. They're really putting on the heat. We must get there as soon as possible. Soon after the beginning of the war, the outer ring of the city has already descended into chaos. The cacophonous shrieks of the corrupted and the clang of weapons are the only things that fill the air. At first, the Babylonia squads were having little trouble fending off the corrupted, but then they began swarming in. The corrupted grew in numbers, and things got out of control. If only I still had a weapon. So this is it. These two constructs have been separated from their squad. Overwhelmed by the onslaught of the corrupted, they broke loose from their formation and were chased to a street corner. Don't you dare give up, you morons! The corrupted is about to attack the two constructs when a slab of rebar reinforced concrete sends it flying into the air. The two find themselves stunned before realizing that they were saved. Looking in the direction from which the slab soared, they see an imposing woman running over. She helps them up and starts checking their wounds. Thank you, may I ask who you are?
I'm the leader of one of the squads in the support force. You can call me Bridget.
Support force? You call those bronze of yours support? The word support force induces innumerable questions in the two constructs. As far as the constructs know, the support force is made up of rank and file soldiers or new recruits. That a construct as powerful as Bridget can be a member of the support force is beyond their wildest dreams.
Well, somebody's got to do the support work around here.
Bridget seems to have been used to questions like this. She tinkers with the constructs as she replies. Fair point. The two constructs half nods hazily. Right after fixing them up, Bridget hurries off. Boss, Raven and some of the squads have arrived at the interception point.
Then let's hurry and move on to the next reinforcement location.
Dang, she's so cool. Please tell me if she's playable. Oh my gosh, I would want her to be playable. Support here yet? Divide yourselves into two teams. One will set up the defenses while the other engages the enemies. More corrupted incoming! Just us against that entire horde? As long as we're together, there's nothing to fear. Hold your line! Oh no!
Yes, we have arrived at the defense point of the... Oh, the situation is looking at the corrupted already. Oh, hold your line, watch your surroundings.
Man, the dialogue was too fast. But I read it, thankfully. I couldn't read it aloud though. That's the unfortunate part. Oh, are you guys alive? Jitter bombs, detective fire! More? Oh, they almost died. All intruders must be exterminated.
Those bastards! They're attacking anyone that's not one of them!
Your assistance is much appreciated. We managed to suffer only minimum losses. We defend this place a bit longer after some rest.
Don't push yourselves too hard.
Gosh, I really like Bridget. I'm weak against support characters. They're so cool. That's also why I like Liv.
How exciting!
I will never fall.
Sure.
The construct holds up his shield, but it proves useless against Alpha. Her blade sifts through the air, and then the very next instant, the construct is already in two pieces. Ah! Don't panic, it's just one enemy! Circle around her now! Roger! The sight of their fallen comrade do not dishearten the constructs. Instead, it seems to be inspiring the others. Heeding their leader's command, the constructs quickly surround Alpha. This white-haired ascendant is the target of their mission, and the constructs are ready to do anything to defeat her. Go! At their leader's cue, the constructs ready their weapons for a concerted assault and close in on Alpha. Die! Unfazed in the slightest, Alpha immediately twists her blade in one minimal flourish before returning it to its sheath. Like their comrades before them, their fate is sealed the moment they met Alpha. Not a single explosion. The cut has steered clear of the volatile core components of the constructs. Their metallic frames groan before crumbling to the ground, and life becomes matter. A predestined result. Chance plays no part.
This is...
Less than Alpha. Any surviving squads?
confirming now.
I don't think it's necessary at this point. All wiped out. Alpha senses the arrival of the belated guests.
Ray Raven?
I was wondering if I'd ever see you again. Alpha, what do you have to gain from slaughtering your own kind?
My own kind?
Interesting way to put it, Lucia. Lucia inches towards Alpha cautiously, blade in hand. Alpha calmly smiles off this encroaching threat. Are they not? Those constructs you cut down there. They were your comrades, our comrades! Why did you become like this? Answer me, Lucia! What, she knows now?
Huh?
I knew it. Lucia's exclamation answers a question that has long been hanging on everyone's mind. Some time ago, Lucia has already realized that Alpha is another Lucia. When did you find out? And do you ask of me or yourself, Lucia? During the time in the Arctics, I already knew that I wasn't the real me. In fighting with you again, I realized that. Your moves, the way you handle your blade, you are the real Lucia, aren't you? Commandant, we must stop the corrupted here from advancing further. If we occupy this bridge, we can bottleneck their advance. Lucia, you don't fight alone anymore. I won't. Lee, live. Rid of your weapons. Dang! I mean, that makes sense that she would find out. I just thought maybe we would see her realization, but I guess that was in the EX-01. Lucia, I thought you'd grow under that commandant. I did. But not enough, Lucia. Are you serious? We have to attack her! Hey, what the heck? You have to attack me. Can't even dodge when there's no UI appearing here.
Commandant, we have lots of heteromers coming in.
Lamia's work? Sloppy as always. I'll fall back for now. I survived. We got this. Just focus on the enemies in front of you, folks. Very well then. Both the corrupted and the constructs are gone. Nothing stands in our way now. Don't let me down again, Lucia. You say that, but I...
あなたたちの結末はただ一つです。やるな。
グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンで全てを集結させる。大丈夫です。みんなを守る。
My shots aren't connecting with her. Wait, could she be? You take on my face, you take on my blade, you take on my voice, yet you still speak words I've long since left behind. You had your chance.
Lucia!
Now die.
I don't want to die though.
No, Lucia, don't die! Unlike the clean and merciless cuts, Alpha tears through Lucia's body with something that almost hints at emotions. Her blade dances in the air amid a crescendo of anguished moans. Upon sheathing the blade, Alpha kicks Lucia onto the ground. Catch Lucia. Ignoring the danger around you, dash forward and catch the knight broken Lucia in your arms. Your arms do not manage to mitigate the fall. A cloud of dust is whipped up from the impact.
Commandant.
A quick check on Lucia's condition confirms your worries. She has been damaged beyond repair. Her body has been completely mangled by the slashes. An intricate mass of mechanical fiber and circulation liquid oozes out of Lucia's frame uncontrollably. Are you okay? Don't talk.
Then how can I answer you?
Your lower torso is already sliced off. Lucia is still trying to shift over, lifting her head to account a smile for you. Don't! Just like how she pushes herself, as always.
I think I might be.
Patch up, Liv. Lee, cover us while we retreat.
On it, as long as we keep her mind stable.
Lucia dies here.
You have it your way.
You have your next move in mind, but none of you are any match for Alpha. It would be nigh impossible for the Grey Raven squad to extract out of this place, even so.
Sister, can you let her go?
From the corrupted horde of four, the bridge emerges a girl, white-haired and tufted, with a pair of voluminous twin tails. She reminds me of Alpha. Luna. Lucia, uncertain of which, speaks her name. You and the others realize that this girl in white is the leader of the Ascendants.
I'm unsure if I've introduced myself before, but it doesn't matter. As trivial as you all are, you have treated my sister well. My name is Luna, Lucia's younger sister. I direct the actions of Roland and the other Ascendants.
Saying so, Luna lets off a half smile that sends chills down your spine. This white-clad girl before you looks straight out of a fairy tale. Despite standing directly before you, she appears dreamier and more unreal than anything in the world.
As for the other details, I'm sure you've all gleaned information about me through various means.
Are you really Lucia's younger sister? All the things the Ascendants have done so far.
Some of them acted on their own, but most of them operated on my orders. Though how laughable this is. Me, introducing myself to a commandant.
What do you want Huashu for? Since you're Lucia's sister.
If you're trying to talk me out of this, save your breath. You will not change my mind even if you hold my sister hostage. Luna. The sister I remembered. Why? Why are you an Ascendant? I wish I could answer that as well, sister. You're still struggling for what you believe in, even when you're 1 foot in the grave. So I'm asking you, sister, can you spare yourself a chance?
Luna, I already gave her the chance.
Then give me a chance too. I don't want to watch my own sister die, sis. Luna, you may be just a replica, but you're still my sister. Now let me.
Like a benevolent executioner, Luna raises her hand and extracts something out of her body. It crystallizes into a small cube on her palm.
Commandant, it's a highly concentrated cube of virus.
Take Lucia and go. Can we really get away?
Become an Ascendant too, dear sister.
Never! Luna, step back. The moment Luna approaches Lucia, A row of javelins plummets from the sky, and cleanly separates the Ascendants from you. The voice is familiar, but you find it difficult to recall its owner in the heat of the moment. And before you know it, the person has already placed herself between you and the Ascendants. Grey Raven, take Lucia and leave. We'll handle things from here. Thank you. And you are? Not now. Go! Let's go, Commandant. Who the heck was that? No. You have to show me who it is. Okay, so it's just 12. I think this will be the last one for this video. Her wounds. Get her in the truck. We'll handle the rest. On your way back to the city, you run into the traveling support force agents. You follow their instructions and put Lucia in the transport truck. Lucia? She's in pretty bad shape. What on earth happened? The Ascendants happened. Is she gonna be okay? The Ascendants? And you guys must be Grey Raven. It's incredible you made it here alive. Elite squad indeed. We didn't even get anything done. Worse, Just the fact that you're all alive is something. Anyway, first things first. We gotta bring her back to our base. You guys go ahead and return to battle. With that, Bridget motions the driver to start the truck and hops on the back. Lucia should be fine with the SF people. Now we need to figure out our next move. Then, from here on out, let me assist, Grey Raven. A cheerful voice from a scythe-wielding construct dispels the gloom. Ayla. Like always, she's in that painterly frame of hers, looking out of place in the battlefield. What are you doing here, Ayla? Assist? I rushed over as soon as I learned what happened to Lucia. So let me help out, Commandant. And besides... Ayla pauses and fishes through her decorative backpack, then displays a strangely shaped device. What's this? Good, now we can talk. Raven, how am I sounding? Mr. President, why this device? Kowloon is broadcasting a scrambling signal. This is the only way I can contact you from outside the city. We're already at work fixing the connection, but I'm afraid it's gonna take a while, so I had this comms device sent to you. You have new orders for us, I take it? Originally several, yes, but there's been a change of plans. One of the Ascendants, Gabriel, launched a surprise assault, so now I need you to go there and stop him. Of course, I've sent other squads too, and let me repeat this. The Ascendants are after the Gestalt grade terminal within the light wall. Stop them at all costs. I'm counting on you. Understood. Can we really defeat the Ascendants? That's what I'm feeling too, but I don't think I should be saying that in a time like this. Good. Now take Ayla with you and go. Oh, and President Hassan? Yes? Who was it that saved us on the bridge? They are the fruits of our labor. What does that mean? Hidden story 12. Oh, okay. So it's like goes back and forth between hidden and that then. I guess we could do this. Yeah, we'll just do this one and then we'll be done. Still too naive, am I? I'm sorry, sister. Happens to me too, no matter. Let's deal with these uninvited guests. No less than 30 humanoid constructs stand before the two, with even more bionic machines behind. Alpha scans the room before settling her gaze on the female in the center. Luna, let the masked corrupted go elsewhere. They won't be of use here. Unfazed, aren't you? You must be Alpha. And you must be the forest guards. Oh my gosh, they're here! I don't remember you being such partygoers. Why here? Why the Grey Ravens? Alpha and Diana rest their hands on their weapons at the same time, readying for a fight to break out. And what of you? You came out of nowhere and stripped us of our everyday lives. What are you up to now? I see. You hold a grudge. It's about Rosetta. Hearing Alpha utter that name, Diana catapults her javelin. Alpha deflects the murderous projectile with the sheath of her sword. You have no right to mention her! Force guards, spear up! Roger! There's no avoiding battle, is it? Do you not feel pathetic to be fighting for humans who have once betrayed you? You are the lamentable ones. You Ascendants borrow the power of the punishing virus to destroy what you desire and crush everyone's hopes. And what you gain from that? I don't know what history that city behind me bears, but you are the ones who left it in tatters, aren't you? We, humanity, finally found a chance to understand each other again, but you lot keep standing in our way. So you believe in the tall tale that Babylonia wove. You believe in reconnecting the world. And that's why we hurried here. To make the world one again. Control your mechs and target the figure behind Alpha.
Oh, me?
That's a lot.
Send all the machines!
I won't let you lay a finger on Luna. Wow, these are kind of difficult to control. Can I even dodge in this thing? Oh, that's what it is. Okay, okay. I guess I can't run faster than this.
We're being outnumbered.
Come on stage, princess. If that's the case.
No.
I'll be your dance partner. Oh? Oh no, we're gonna do one more. I can't miss out on this. Team Cerberus, respond if you hear me. Cerberus!
Oh, you're such a pest.
Cerberus, we received new orders and are on the move. What's the status on your end?
The status is we're wiping up your mess. No openings in the visuals, we're surrounded.
What is your location? Come in, I'll be right there. Tend to your own matters, good sirs. Hey, wait! After cutting off communications, Vera punts the corrupted in front of the faraway enemies and adjusts her posture using this breathing room.
Asimov,
That little cockhead! The guy put a restriction lock on my frame saying that the battery still needs some calibrating, so it can't be used? You serious, man? The three are engaging enemies in different areas of the factory. Vera had knocked to support number 21 while she faces off against the corrupted in front of her alone.
What's a battery?
You dum-dum, now ain't lecture time!
I'm no dum-dum. The comms aren't for you to bicker. Give me timely updates.
How fascinating. Would you feel fear?
Fear? Oh, I would so fear you leaving my reach, dear Roland.
And find a giant spear right through my gullet? Didn't think I'd be discovered, though. I thought avoiding the Strike Hawks were enough. And that reckless and lunatic fighting style. You'd fare much better as an Ascendant than a Babylonian. How about it? Want a little squeeze of the punishing virus?
Well, try offering something else, but becoming an Ascendant? I'll have to decline.
Why?
Because pain is good, whether it's my own or someone else's. And pain, fair Ascendant, is something of a human thing.
Vera cuts off a corrupted in two while speaking, then points her blade at Roland. You make it sound like we aren't human, Cerberus.
So are you?
Naturally no. Keep boxing them in. And then it goes back, huh? Now 12.4 is unlocked. Do I wanna? No, I should. I'm at 50% for normal and then 30% for hidden. So I think this is probably a good place to stop. I think that means the next video will be covering the rest of chapter 12, and then I believe it'll be the next interlude, which is, I'm trying to remember. I think it was called Treasure, Plume Treasure. And then I get to complete more EX 1, 2, and 3 with the other interludes before I can move on to the next main story chapter. And that's what I have on the list in Discord. So if you do want to help out with helping me get through things much easier, not really meta stuff, but overall, like structure-wise, what you recommend. I mean, we do have a list, but if you recommend that I go through something else, or if I don't need to really record it because not many people are interested in watching it, then let me know in the Discord server, or if you have a specific one you really want me to play, for sure. And of course, if you enjoyed watching today's video, then make sure to give it a like, comment down below, subscribe, and share.
That would make me very happy, and also it would help with my channel sending it to the right people, such as yourselves. But of course, my kids, what do you think of today's progress? I think we went through it pretty well. I mean, it's not too bad, at least that's my hope of what you guys think. So let's etch this entire memory and keep it safe, and as always, formally inviting you to the next tea party. The so-called anime enthusiast fox, who's that? This was Ririna, so until the next one then, bye!